your child be and let them fly and let them find their own wings. पता नहीं इसका क्या होगा क्योंकि तो हमेशा क्लास में उधर ऊपर देखते हो they will take a child for 5 hours. I said 5 hours, a 2-year-old like Mahesh Babu, unending list. You had to watch, let's be honest, a pirated version of the film.
Hello everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Instant Bollywood. I have the gorgeous and a phenomenal actor Shriya Saran with me today. Hi.
Hi, you look beautiful.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Instant Bollywood. I know I just want to start off by asking you that, we've seen how parents pressurize their kids to take up being a doctor or an engineer as their career, but now we're seeing a revolution that way as well. We see that parents want their child to be a YouTuber, sometimes a content creator. Parents are a little more now invested in their child's followers than the own child. So, what do you have to say about this revolution in the way parents are thinking?
I think it's changing a lot for sure, but I feel the problem is a lot of time we as parents get a little competition that comes in that, oh, even like as early as when they start walking, when did your child start walking? Oh, mine is not walking as yet. When did he or she say the first word? Or really, mine was talking at that point of time. Or when did they start crawling or walking or running, or when did they start swimming? So this is constant competition since they're like even 6 months old. And that gradually develops into a more competition. And I think it's kind of your ego that goes, my child, my child. So it's that whole my thing. Is like literally you stop seeing them as individual, and I feel you somewhere unknowingly we kind of make them prisoner of our own expectations, and then we give them the expectation that they have to live up to. I guess it's very important to let your child be and let them fly and let them find their own wings.
Were you fortunate enough to have that in your own life? Did your parents give you all the space?
I feel my parents were very, very supportive because being a chemistry teacher and my mom's father, my grandfather was a scientist, my father an engineer, my grandfather was a professor, and they all come from a family of strong, everyone very rooted into education, and it was really important. And cut to why they find a child who's not into education at all, a dreamer. In fact, my mom was a chemistry teacher and all her other teachers used to come and say, पता नहीं इसका क्या होगा क्योंकि तो हमेशा क्लास में उधर ऊपर देखते हो कहीं और ही चली जाती है. So then they were like, उसको तो लेके आना पड़ता है वापस. And I used to really go away, and then I didn't know where. I was just a dreamer. And I loved listening to stories, telling stories. I loved dancing. I loved performing. I loved stage. I come alive on stage. And I feel every child is different. So if you expect a fish to climb a tree and a monkey to swim in the ocean, it's not going to happen. And if you expect people to hide their horns and hide their positive side, or hide who they really are or who they really want to be in life, and if you give them your dreams, they might excel, but they will never be happy about it.
Which actually gets me to my next question. I know Radha is really young right now, but have you been conscious about how you want to bring her up, especially in this sector, in career, in terms of school? Because बचपन से ही चालू हो जाता है कि इसको ये class में
I don't know how, I don't know, it's very hard. There's this IB board and this CBSE, then this. हमारे time पे 2 हुआ करते थे. I don't know how it was in your time. But now, I'm sure, you've come and your friends are in different boards, and I've lived in Bombay for 15 years. But I'm like trying to understand different schools, and this school is fancy and that school is not, and this school is a mixture.
Apparently IB is a thing right now.
Yeah, but I don't know if she wants. And I don't understand how do you expect a child as young as, because you have to decide really young which board. And I think that's unfair. You should allow a child to be at least 7-8 years, and then you realize where they are drawn to, because up until they're 5 or 6 you can't even enroll them into learning anything. Then I went to a play school, and they said that they will take a child for 5 hours. I said 5 hours, a 2-year-old, like what are you going to do? Like it's too young. And I'm constantly being told by other mothers that you have to send her to a play school, you have to. But I don't really know, because I want her to learn dance and I want her to learn music. I want her to learn sports. She loves swimming. She loves water. I want her to be a free-spirited child. I want her to understand if she likes studying and what subject she likes studying.
Was it difficult to kind of get into a musical because you're so used to saying dialogues in the most normal format and then you have to say it in a musical format? Was the switch a little challenging?
No, that wasn't a difficult thing, because I've been part of musicals from childhood. We've been doing dance dramas, and then I was part of my dance teacher musicals. It was called a group called Asavri, and then part of college musicals. And so being part of that, and I've seen singers and dancers perform on stage. But yeah, understanding the character, understanding this film and understanding and doing that, it was a fun ride. I really enjoyed it.
And lastly, you've played a music teacher over here, but very few people know you've also been a lecturer at IIM and IIT.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Because it was something
It was
so different.
interesting, because at that point of time, years ago, it was maybe 10 years ago, 10, yeah. I was the first actress to be invited at IIM. My topic of my speech was, my lecture was movies as a medium of cultural exchange, where you're sitting in Jaipur while watching a Malayali film, and sitting in Cochin watching a Bengali film, or sitting in Hyderabad watching a Tamil film, or Chennai watching a Kannada film. So that was it. And years later, after COVID, people got so into OTT platform, and they're so exposed to cinema from around the country.
How do you feel about the whole cultural exchange now, with South becoming such a big recognition in Bollywood as well?
I feel like it's one industry.
100%, yeah.
So for instance, when Natu Natu was performed in Oscar, now you first of all, you know the word Natu Natu, which probably you didn't know. And and when it was performed there, it says Indian cinema. It wasn't a Telugu song.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Telugu film. It was an Indian film. And so you have to appreciate that. And I think in our country, we have to let it be Indian cinema, because the more you put these barriers, the more it becomes a little uneasy for a lot of people. So the more you say Bollywood and South, it gets a little uncomfortable for someone from South, or because you're like, why are you... It's
territorial.
Why are you putting
Being
like
territorial,
these lines?
yeah.
Territorial,
Yeah.
I feel it's Indian cinema first of all. But what has happened, I feel, after OTT is, before, if you like a Vikram, or if you like Rajni sir, or if you like Surya, or Charan, Tarak, Mahesh Babu, unending list. You had to watch, let's be honest, a pirated version of the film. But today you don't have to. You can actually go on OTT and watch the film, enjoy it. If you like it, you can watch another film. You can actually trace back and watch another film. And then you like an actress and you like their film. You like you watch Samantha's film and you're like, wow, she's interesting. Let me watch more of her work. Or you like, so and it goes on, and you can be immersed in cinema, and it doesn't need to be from your language, because language barriers, I feel, are totally broken now.
Can't wait. So all the very best. And I have to say this, I personally find you so pretty, especially in the show.
You're so beautiful. This woman is not wearing any makeup right now. It's 10 in the night. I did 2 hours of makeup. This woman is wearing no makeup. She's just a pretty girl. Yeah, I wanted to go home. I'm very tired, but I saw her face smiling in the corner, and I'm like, okay, let's just do this interview. Because she's a smiling, pretty girl. Yeah, we just did it only because of a smile. And I'm sure you're watching this show because of a smile, so keep watching it.
You made my day for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, this is Shriya Saran. You're watching me on Instant Bollywood. Please watch Music School on 12th of May. And in case if you like this video and like her smile and like mine as well and like my blah blah blah, please like, subscribe, share, and love and like Instant Bollywood. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.